What's up guys, and the official iOS 16 is finally here and it's time to take a look at what's new. This is the software that's going to ship with the iPhone 14 right out of the box. We just installed the iOS 16 developer beta, which as you can see on the left with the brand new lock screen look. We'll be comparing the iOS 16 to the iOS 15 side by side to give you guys a quick look at what is changed and quick look at the data size of the iOS 16 developer beta. It is about 5.27 GB, so a bit of a thick update. Also, if you're rocking the iPhone 7, sadly, you're not gonna get iOS 16. If you have the iPhone 8 and above, then you are good to go. But let's get down to the features, and at the home screen, you can't really see anything that's changed. It's pretty much similar to the iOS 15. The biggest visual change is definitely on the lock screen with the brand new personalized theme lock screen edition on the iOS 16. So previously we just had this plain boring looking lock screen on the iOS 15, and now with iOS 16 the potential of customizing your lock screen is endless. To play with this, head to settings and then click on wallpaper, and then when you add new wallpaper, it opens up this whole new world of customization. It's almost like a theme option for your lock screen. There are a couple of featured options that you can play with, weather and astronomy, there's emoji, simple colors, and just collection of different things. If we check out the astronomy, you can see we have the Earth theme. You can have that zoomed look. You can have moon, detailed moon look, and solar system. Then you can add widgets on here as well, so a couple of options that you can choose from. I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to add some third-party widgets here as well, but these are some of the built-in ones that you can use. So once you are done with your widgets, you can also play with the time, so you can check out the different font here, different color, depending on if you want the lighter or more, saturated look, or just pick up any color you want, which is pretty nice. Again, there's a lot of options to choose from, whatever theme that you go with. If you pick emojis, you'll have the ability to, again, add your widgets, change the font of the clock. Plus, you can add your emojis as well, so complete customization. Again, this is the emoji theme, different options here, small grid, medium, large, or you can just have a ring of it depending on what you like. Once you're satisfied with the look, you can just press done and boom, that's it. You're gonna see this on your home screen as well as on your notification or notification/lock screen. This is kind of the same thing. If you go back to the lock screen, long pressing the display will open this new menu where you can quickly change between the themes that you have set. So whether it's your photo theme, or you can go ahead and select the weather, whatever you have placed, you can have endless row of look and customization saved up for a new look whenever you want. And you can also add quickly from this setting. Now this is something that we had on Android for years, to be able to add stuff on your lock screen, but of course the way Apple has done is also very, very good, and it's kind of nice. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will love the implementation. Now we're not done with the lock screen because we have a new look for the music player. So instead of taking the space in the middle, it's now placed nicely at the bottom. Moving on, we also have better lock screen notification ergonomics, so they just kind of expand and go down, which is really good. And of course, they also bundle up depending on the application. Definitely a nicer, cleaner implementation compared to the iOS 15. Now next up, we have some cool features coming into the iMessage where you can actually unsend and also edit your message. So let me show you a quick demo of how this will work. So I'm just gonna send this message and I'm gonna hold on to my text and click unsend, and that's it. The message is gone. Now, this will only work in under 15 minutes. Like when you send the message, you have like 15 minutes to unsend the text. After that, this option will be gone. Also, it will only work if the person on the other hand also has iOS 16. So if they're running the older version of iOS, this will sadly not gonna work. Now in the same way, you can edit your messages as well. So quickly go to edit. Again, you only have 15 minutes to do this. So we're just gonna correct this to something nice, and boom, that's it. It will be mentioned as edited, so the other person will know that you have changed the original text. Now on the home screen, there's nothing really changed except they have added this spotlight search option right on the front. I mean, you can do this the old way as well by swiping down, but you can also now do this by just tapping. Also, you can notice that the search bar is down here, which is very reachable. Now, last year, Apple added the ability to copy text from the photos, but now you can copy text from videos as well, and it works really nicely, just like you expect it to work, which is super helpful. Next up, we have Face ID working in landscape mode. So iOS 16 adds that ability. Now, it doesn't work on my iPhone 12 Pro. It seems like it might actually be exclusive to the iPhone 13 / future iPhone 14 users. Next up, we have some new additions to Siri, and you can see that previously Siri was kind of dumb. It had no ability to add any emojis, but now with iOS 16, Siri can actually show emotions. Let me show you guys a quick demo. Hey Siri, send a message to Dave. Hi, what's up? Laughing emoji, sad emoji, angry emoji.
You can say send it or change it.
Send it. You can see now it adds up the emojis, and that's how it looks. Now this applies to dictation as well. If I say laughing emoji, sad emoji, crying emoji, you can see that it picks up really nicely, and you can just add emotions to pretty much anything that you say. Also, iOS 16 brings haptic to the keyboard, which makes this look even more premium. If you go to the sound and haptics in the settings and go to keyboard feedback, there you can see the haptic toggle. Now speaking of settings, iOS 16 adds this option for the AirPods right outside the main settings. You don't have to go to Bluetooth, and yeah, it's all very nicely organized compared to the previous versions. One of my new favorite features with iOS 16 is the personalized spatial audio. This actually uses the True Depth camera system to take a full scan of your environment, giving you a proper personalized spatial audio experience based on your environment. With iOS 16, users can finally see their passwords, which is pretty cool. So it does require the Face ID. So if I quickly scan my face, you can see that I can actually see the Wi-Fi password, which is pretty cool. Now we have some new much needed additions to the Photos app, so you can now actually see the duplicates of your pictures, so you can delete them and have more storage. Also, you can see that we have more security for the hidden and recently deleted galleries. So now in order to access that, I would have to do the Face ID scan. And yeah, this is again very nice security addition that we didn't have before. Now one of the new favorite iOS 16 feature is the ability to schedule emails. So if you just press and hold on the send button, you can see that we have a couple of options to select, or you can send it later and select your own time. So it gives you a full calendar. You can pretty much schedule an email for whatever date, literally all the way up to 2000 or whatever date you want to pick up, even whatever time you want to pick up. So yeah, it's a pretty good addition. Now, Apple has improved the security even more. Third-party applications will have to take permission to see what you have copied on your clipboard. Also, with iOS 16, Apple introduces the seamless security update, meaning the security updates will be installed seamlessly in the background of your iPhone without the need for restarting the device. Also, Apple is making the shared album iCloud feature more seamless for those of you who are using it. So you can just take a photo and basically it gets uploaded to that album automatically. You'll be able to change the setting right through the camera application, but I feel like a lot of people can make mistakes. But yeah, it's another new addition. And looking at the camera UI, you can see there's nothing really changed. It's pretty much like before. So these were some of my favorite iOS 16 features, and I gotta say I'm really happy to see this redesigned lock screen look, and the way Apple has done it is pretty good as well, creating this sort of themed look and also giving users the ability to completely change the look on the go with just a few taps. Again, this is the first developer beta, so it's not even the public beta. I do not recommend you guys to install this on your main device. So we're gonna see more betas with public beta coming out next month in July. Apple will definitely polish the iOS 16 even more. Let me know what's your favorite feature in the comment section below. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.